Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day. Heidi, do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. It is Monday, the 14th day of November. It's National Family PJ Day, National Pickle Day. I love pickles. I really do.
I do too. We haven't
They're
had
good.
them for quite a while.
I have. I've got some in the fridge.
Do you?
Yeah, they're pickle spears. I've been hiding them from you.
Have you?
Yeah, so I've had them for a couple weeks now. National Seatbelt Day today, which that should be every day. Seatbelt has saved my life, so you should always, and I should always wear my seatbelt.
I was going to say.
No, I know there are times that I'm like, oh man, I didn't even buckle my seatbelt. National Spicy Guacamole Day today. I've never had it, so I don't know much more. I'm excited to welcome back to the program a guest for Movie Star Monday for the second time, Mr. Jerry OConnell.
Yeah,
super nice dude.
Nice guy.
Yeah, he was in a little movie called Stand By Me way back when he was just a kiddo. Then he was in Jerry Maguire, and he's got all kinds of fun projects he's doing. Right now, he's the host of a new game show called Pictionary.
I remember
Yeah.
You remember watching Pictionary as a kid?
But he's the host of the new game show.
I think that's great.
So we're going to be chatting with him all about that coming up.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. For those of us who need some assistance in this department, science says they've identified a key flirting technique that works almost every time. Researchers in Norway and in the USA determined the difference in ages and religiosity, I didn't know that was a word, extroversion, personal attraction, and preferences for short-term sexual relationships have little or no effect on this flirting tactic.
Okay.
In other words, we all respond pretty much the same way on how somebody might flirt with us. They found that women see success in igniting interest from men by either moving closer to or making more eye contact. That's what women need to do to make sure a man is,
Sure.
knows that they're interested. Men, they should show signs of generosity and a willingness to commit. But there's one weapon that works across all borders: humor. According to research,
Agreed.
laughing or giggling at the other person's jokes is an effective flirtation tactic for both sexes. If you're a woman, it's not only effective to be funny, it's very important to show your potential partner that you think they are funny.
I agree.
Which is why it works so well for us. I told Heidi a couple of dumb jokes on our first date. She started laughing. I'm like, okay, she's the one. Then I said, hey, will you marry me? Okay, wasn't quite like that, but pretty close. Surveys and studies.
And once you're married, you don't have to laugh at their dumb jokes.
No, she doesn't laugh at my dumb jokes ever now. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know? A first-of-its-kind study suggests bumblebees play with objects much like humans or dogs do, like a little wooden ball.
Oh, how cute is
They'll
that?
play with a little wooden ball. Team at Queen Mary University London, researchers wrote, we found that a little ball rolling did not contribute to immediate survival strategies. It was intrinsically rewarding, differed from functional behavior, and was innate under stress-free conditions. It was initiated under stress-free conditions. So they weren't stressed out. They just played with a little wooden ball.
Play. Cute.
This led to their belief that they were witnessing what they would refer to as animal play. So these little bumblebees were playing with a ball, having a good old time. So, all right, we don't know everything. Oh, there's a link if you want to read all the details. That's in the show notes for today. But we don't know everything, but now we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. HBO has switched off Westworld. They decided to cancel the sci-fi drama after its fourth season, It's an unexpected fate for a series that was once considered one of their biggest tentpoles, an acclaimed mystery box drama that racked up 54 Emmy nominations.
Wow.
Here we are 4 seasons later, gone. That is so bizarre.
Well, you have to say goodbye to all of them.
Yeah, I
sooner
know,
or
but only
later.
4 seasons. You'd think it'd be more than that. Netflix and David Letterman's production company edited out comments by Kanye West that referenced Nazis and blamed Rihanna for her own domestic abuse during a 2019 interview for his talk show. They say people were going, I never saw that. Well, they edited that out. So there's a lot of people who are very confused. I'm one of them. And again, I suppose 3 minutes on the internet, I'd probably answer all the questions I have. But I see all this stuff that's going on.
I don't care enough to research it.
No, I don't want to say that I don't care because I probably should care. But
Why
it was
should
in
you
season
care?
2
It's somebody that we don't know
of the show. My next guest needs no introduction with David Letterman. So that's when this all happened. So they say he got Me Too'd is what they're saying in this little story. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. I have for you, Heidi, some crazy canine crosses. So before we get to that,
Canine
what is our dog?
crosses.
Our dog is a...
Oh, she's a Pomeranian Maltese.
Is there a name for that?
Multi-Pom.
Multi-Pom. Okay. So here's some crazy canine crosses. A pointer and a setter. You would get a poinsettia. It's a traditional Christmas pet. I don't know if any of these are accurate. A bloodhound and a Labrador is a Blabrador. It's a dog that barks incessantly.
I feel like ours does that.
I'm pretty sure our dog is part Labrador. A Pekingese and a Lhasa Apso is a Picasso. Oh, a Picasso. Okay. An abstract dog.
Oh, a Picasso. Oh,
Lhasa Apso.
cute.
A Collie and a Malamute is a Commute. It's a dog that travels well.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I've been duped by this, by the way.
I think you have to.
I don't think it is. I'm too far in to stop now. How about a Deerhound and a Terrier? You get a Derriere. It's a dog that's a pain in the
I
tuchus.
see.
A Labrador and a Curly-Coated Retriever. It's a lab coat retriever, a favorite of scientists. Why am I reading this? A Collie and a
I was
Lhasa
wondering the
Apso
same thing.
is a Calypso, a dog that folds up easy for transport.
Wow.
And a Bloodhound and a Borizo is a Bloody Boar, a dog that's just not much fun. So, all right, you can read all of those if you want. I don't know why I did. And a Pittsburgh-based
You're gonna
startup
break the internet.
has unveiled. Yeah, no kidding. They've unveiled a pair of battery-powered shoes they claim can boost your walking speeds by up to 250%. They're
I
moonwalkers.
saw this.
$1,400.
I saw this.
Futuristic
Crazy.
roller skate wheel shoes. I don't know that I'm ready for this, but they say they compare it to walking on a moving walkway like at an airport.
Sure.
They're saying it very much feels like that. Kind of cool if you do a lot of walking. I don't know that I'll be getting any of those anytime soon. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this Movie Star Monday. Super excited to welcome back to the program Mr. Jerry O'Connell. You might know him from a little movie called Stand By Me, another one, Jerry Maguire, and a big long list of many other amazing things on television, in the movies, on the big screen, on the little screen. Now doing game shows as well. Mr. Jerry O'Connell, how are you?
How are you?
I'm fabulous. Good to have you
What's
back
going
on
on?
the
Happy
program.
holidays.
Good to have you back on the
I think
program.
we're allowed to say happy holidays.
Yeah, you can say that.
Early November.
You can say it whenever. You can even say that in July. It'd be fine. It's all good. Congrats. You've got Pictionary, which is really cool. I remember when I was a kid playing that, but I didn't realize until I read this old press release, Pictionary was like invented in the 80s. For some reason, I felt like it's always been around, but I guess it had to start somewhere.
First of all, the dude who invented Pictionary came around on set a bunch of times, and he's like our age. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I thought the guy who invented Pictionary was like mummified with a monocle, like long gone. He's like younger than me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was so cool. He was a waiter in like the Pacific Northwest, and this would be something he'd do with his like friends.
Yeah.
Where he'd like pick out words from the dictionary and have them draw it. And he was like, I'm going to make a board game from this. And now he is, we don't judge people by materialistic things, but he's a pretty wealthy dude.
That's awesome. I love that.
It was so cool, man. It was so fun having him there. He actually, as a gift, gave me one of the original Pictionary boards and games, and it really was. I really cherish it. It's like having like an artifact. It's so cool.
That is very cool. Now, did you know that it was invented in the 80s? Because again, for some reason, in my mind, Pictionary's been around forever, but 85 is when it actually came out.
You know what's so funny? In the 80s, I think there was like a crush of board games. You know, it like Trivia Pursuit was a big one.
Yeah.
Pictionary was a big one. There must have been a couple more.
I remember there were like a bunch of different versions of Monopoly that came out in the 80s. Like it had been around forever, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, there's 47 new ways to play Monopoly.
Right. And it's funny. I guess the 80s were it was like a rush to come up with board games. You know, the really fun thing about board games is that everyone is so in their phones and plays Candy Crush now and my kids play this game called Roblox all the time or Minecraft. It's like board games are like, it's like you're facing your family members. It's not electronic. It's old school. It's just such a fun way to bond. We really try and do it in our family at least once a week, you know.
That's awesome. Now, Pictionary, the game show, Mattel's Pictionary game show, which you host, has been around since September, and you're gaining quite a following on this program. Now, did you ever think you'd be hosting a game show? Is that something you've always wanted to do?
You know, I never thought I would, but now that I do it, it's kind of like all I want to do. I just want to, like, it's so funny having a game show, like, especially Pictionary, because it's sort of like, the set's sort of like my basement, and it's like, celebrities come in and people come in, and I get to put on a little bit of a game show voice when I'm talking to people coming in. We'll be right back. And it's a really fun job. It really is. Like I get the Pat Sajaks and the Alex Trebeks, God rest his souls, of the world, you know?
Absolutely. Now, in addition to hosting the game show, you've done a few movies people know you for, and some TV stuff that they know you for. I was just recently, we had a chance to meet Corey Feldman maybe 2 weeks ago, and when I was getting ready to chat with him, I saw a video of you and Corey singing a song, and it was from Stand By Me. I thought that was really cool. How did that whole event come together where you guys were singing together?
You know, full disclosure, Corey is a much better singer than I am. He is a professional. I'm pretty sure they auto-tuned me pretty hard on that.
You did good. You did real good.
I don't know about that. He's an old friend. You know, we were both in Stand By Me together.
Yeah.
I would think he was publicizing his band's tour. He's doing a big tour, maybe even like an international tour.
Yeah.
You know, I work on that show for CBS, The Talk, and they said, would you sing with him? He's going to sing Stand By Me. And I was like, if you want to hear me sing badly, I will definitely do it. But I let him sort of take the lead.
No, it was really fun. I'll throw a link to that video for sure. And then I'm also going to throw a link so folks can find Pictionary, the game show. Thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us today. It was a ton of fun, and congrats on all the success you've had.
Thanks.
And again, Jerry... Thank you very much. Again, Jerry O'Connell, and he's got a new program. It's called Mattel's Pictionary. It's a game show. It's been out since September, and we're going to throw a link to all of the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It snowed in the Sahara Desert back in 1979 for 30 minutes. Can you even imagine that? Being
Yeah.
in the desert and all of a sudden it starts snowing. That's not the kind of thing that you'd expect. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Your hair contains traces of gold. Wow. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cranes are built using cranes. Yeah. So how did they get the
How'd
first
they get
one?
that's what I was just going to say. Where'd the first one
I
come
don't
from?
know. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Sherlock Holmes never ever said elementary, my dear Watson.
Really?
Yeah, he never said that. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The name Wendy was created for the book Peter Pan. There was never, ever a recorded Wendy before that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that
That is
interesting?
very interesting. That's why I shared it with you. And another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
During World War II, the United States rationed shoes. Citizens were allowed 3 of them. 3 shoes?
Just 3 shoes or 3 pairs?
Yeah, it says 3 shoes. That seems quite odd.
That does seem odd.
Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 15. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Here's your question, Heidi. On average, one of these is touched 25 times before somebody buys it. What is that?
Oh,
Would you just...
you didn't finish.
I'm glad that I did, because I don't even want to know what you were thinking. On average, a greeting card is touched
a
25
greeting
times
card.
before somebody buys it.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that.
I know you
Oh.
weren't. I'm turning your microphone up. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Some think this may be the perfect Christmas gift for the beer lover in your life. It's Miller Lite's new Christmas tree keg stand. So if you know what a keg stand is, at a party, that's where people stand on their head and they drink beer upside down.
Yeah.
This is different than that. It's a tree stand, basically a small table used to support a tree. It can fit around a quarter barrel keg. It'll fit right underneath of it.
Oh.
The company says the design makes it seem as if beer is being poured from the tree. Available for $50 as of the 10th of November, so they're out now. The stand would support a tree that weighs up to 150 pounds. Limited edition keg stands are the newest addition to the company's annual holiday lineup, including ugly holiday sweaters and things like beernaments, a 6-pack of ornaments made of different things that fit around beer cans.
That's kind of fun.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I don't know that I'd be rushing right out to grab one of these, but if somebody has one, I'd sure like to see what it looks like. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Here's a list of things to never ever say to newlyweds. Never ever say, sorry, I missed your wedding. I'll catch the next one. Eek.
Your brother
Don't.
has actually said
I heard
that.
my brother say
Yeah.
that to my sister, and it was very, very rude.
Yeah, it was.
That he seriously didn't make it to her wedding. Do I have like the worst brother ever? I love him dearly, but I'm like, dude, what did you do? Why would you say that?
That was pretty
Yeah.
rough.
Another thing you never ever say to a newlywed, wow, you both look so similar. Are you guys related?
Yeah.
Another one, you may now kiss the bride. Everyone else has.
Oh.
Things not to say to newlyweds. When's the baby due? Oh, my
Yikes.
goodness. Another one, I guarantee that eventually just his breathing will send you over the edge. Another thing not to say to newlyweds, did they ever solve your last wife's disappearance?
Oh.
Ooh. Another thing to never say to newlyweds, enjoy the honeymoon. After that, say goodbye to your sex life. And the last
I've
thing,
heard that
the
said
last
to
thing I'm going to
people.
say that you should never say to a newlywed, why is she wearing white? Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, yeah.
It's the list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com from the late, great Gilbert Gottfried. Couple of quotes here, actually. How about this one? Every time something pops in my head, I think twice about it and do it anyway.
Yeah. Oh,
Another
man,
one.
I miss him.
Yeah, another one is, if someone else is paying for it, food just tastes a lot better. I'll agree with that. And if somebody's making it, it's better too.
Yeah,
Like
even
my-
a bologna sandwich,
No
if
matter
somebody
what it
else
is. Yeah,
makes it,
you
it's
make
like,
it, I'm
man, how
that's
did
like
you make that?
25% better just because I didn't have to touch
that's
it.
exactly right.
All right, quote of the day comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. And I think this is a really cool story. Here's the headline. 7th grader buys new shoes for a bullied classmate. Heartwarming story of 2 7th grade students and a very cool act of kindness. When Romello, also known as Mello, Early, saw people picking on a classmate, Melvin Anderson, over his old worn-out shoes, it really affected him. So Romello, or Mello is his nickname, asked his mom if he could buy Melvin some shoes, and he gave them to him at school the next day. That's when the dean of the school, Buffalo Creek Academy, shared a story about Mello's act of kindness on Facebook. It says, my student Mello told me he was tired of other students picking on Melvin about his shoes. Mello used his allowance to buy Melvin some shoes. This is what I live for, to be that helping hand, the principal said. I could tell it was upsetting him, Mello said to the TV station. It just put a real bad ache in my stomach to see everybody have to go, or to see somebody have to go through that and to be picked on just based off an appearance.
Right.
I saved up some allowance, so I asked my mom if I could go to the shoe store and get Melvin some shoes. The next day, I came in and I gave them to him. Said, I'm really appreciative of what he did for me, Melvin said. I'm doing chores at home so I can earn some money to try to pay him back for what he did.
Oh,
How cool is that? It's not often you see children giving up their allowance for something else like this, but that is what he did for this kid that's a friend of his in class. Says to be so passionate at age 12 really says a lot. But Romello is passionate in all aspects of his life, family, basketball, and friends.
That's awesome.
So I think this is just one of the neatest things
And
ever.
good job, Mom and Dad.
Absolutely.
You know, it always comes down to the parents, and clearly his parents aren't getting enough credit because that's amazing.
I agree. I see a very bright future for that young man. And
Absolutely.
I think it'd be really cool to be able to peek back in, in a couple of years and see where both of these young men are. I bet really good, positive trajectory, or however you say that word, is in their future. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. I'm going to go learn how to say that word. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this Movie Star Monday.